Thank you to Coach Pete and Jen, both for the introduction and all the nice things that you had to say in the video. I know I was your favorite player and student athlete, and now it's on record. So. I would also like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this very generous honor. This truly means so much to me, and I am very humbled to be amongst many FDU grades, both already inducted and here tonight. I have to admit, I was actually quite surprised when I received the phone call from Brad telling me that I would be participating in tonight's ceremony. I'm not sure that anyone but a few select people here know, but in the past year, I've actually also been inducted into 2 other Hall of Fames, including my high school. I say this not to brag, but to further highlight the reaction that my mom, Carrie, had right away, which was great, another expensive dinner. So I'm hopeful that I'm done now because she told me that she's running out of money. There is a very long list of reasons and people that were instrumental pieces of who I was both as a student and as an athlete here in my time at FDU, and I would like to recognize and thank them that are here tonight. To Coach Pete, not many players can say that they still have a bond and a friendship with their college coach almost 10 years after graduation. He's one of the main reasons that I decided to sign with FDU when I was in high school. I didn't honestly know much about how good or how bad the team was at that time, and it honestly wasn't even at the top of my priority list. He made it an easy choice because of how open and how trusting he was, how he genuinely seemed to care about what I wanted out of my academic career, and how invested he became with not just me, but with my family, always asking about how my parents were doing when we would have our recruiting calls, remembering small details about my siblings or my own life outside of who I was on the court. When I actually got to FDU, I learned quickly that to be one of his favorite players, you have to have a very similar sense of humor and sarcastic wit about you, which thankfully I have. There were several instances over my time here where he would reference various movies, shows, comedic lines, to which my teammates and the other coaches on our staff would be looking at him like he was crazy, and I would be cracking up in the background because I knew exactly what he was referring to. I've been very grateful to know him since around 2010, and I'm thankful for the times in my life that he has been there for me. To Jen, I think that oftentimes academic advisors get overlooked in the grand scheme of things when being a student athlete, but Jen has probably had more of an impact on all of us than she could ever realize. She was the one making sure all of our schedules made sense, that we got into the classes we wanted, made sure that we would have time to take a nap in between those early morning practices and our first class of the day. She was also in charge of our Student Athlete Advisory Committee, which I was a very willing and eager participant of, as long as you don't ask her about it. So I got to know a lot more about her and spend time with her in non-academic settings, volunteering, planning activities for other student athletes, and making plans for the future of FDU athletics to make positive changes and experiences for those who would come after us, after those of us on the committee had graduated. In addition to those two, the work and dedication that was shown from everyone at FDU, from those in the administration offices to those in the athletic department, our assistant coaches to the trainers who took care of us, the teachers and professors on campus who supported us in our careers and understood when we had to miss class or walk in with ice packs all over our bodies. We would never have been as successful as we were at our respective sports without the support and care from all of you. A lot of people have asked me over the years, why FDU? Did I have any regrets? If I could do it all over again, would I? Or would I choose differently? Coach Pete even jokes now, and he just did 5 minutes ago, that if I had been in college now, he would have signed me to Seton Hall and I would have done just fine in the Big East. But my answer has always been the same. I loved it here. I loved my 5 years at FDU, and my experience here was everything that I had been looking for as a college athlete. At the end of the day, wins or losses, and honestly we had a lot more losses than wins, that wasn't what was important to me. I was able to graduate with a master's degree in 5 years. I got to be close enough to home that my mom was that mom who would come to the games with Tupperware full of cookies and treats. We were the house that if someone couldn't go home for a holiday or a break, you were always welcome at ours. And what I didn't know at the time was that it would also give me some extra time with my dad. For those who don't know, my family and I very unexpectedly lost my dad about 8 months ago. When I was in high school and college, my dad actually had a job in Rutherford, New Jersey, right by MetLife, so about 20 minutes from here. So in high school, he actually missed a lot of things since we lived about 2 hours away. He missed senior nights, records being broken, a lot of games, and he just had to miss stuff because it was hard getting home. So coming here gave me 5 years with my dad 20 minutes down the street. He was the dad in the stands at our Monday night games 45 minutes before tip-off, just because he could. He would take me out to eat on a random Wednesday after night class, just because he was staying at the company hotel overnight. And he would stop over at the dorms just to bring me laundry detergent and if I was running low. FDU gave me the opportunity I didn't know I would need in turning my dad into one of my best friends. And it breaks my heart to know that he isn't here today to share in this moment. He would have loved this, and he was so thankful for everything that FDU gave me and to our family. He often spoke of Coach P, asking how he was doing, and it reassured me once again that I made the right choice when Coach P drove to my hometown last summer to attend his viewing. FDU has given me some of the best playing days that I had, some of my very best friends, and some of my favorite memories. I'm very thankful to be recognized alongside these great athletes and coaches tonight, and I hope that when the name Erika Livermore is mentioned, that it brings positive things, for the most part, and that I made my family proud of who I was when my time here was done. I want to thank my family, both here and not, for everything they did in my athletic career. My mom, everything that you sacrificed over the years to make my dreams come true did not go unnoticed, and I can't thank you enough for making sure that I made the right choice when I came to FDU. You worked so hard to give us the best life, and I hope I make you proud both on and off the court. My wife, Alyssa, thank you for giving me a reason to stay connected to the game without having to coach. She's a women's basketball college official. So I get to watch and go to still too many basketball games, but it's nice to be able to just enjoy the sport that I love without caring who wins or loses. And once again, I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee, Coach Pete, Jen Quirk, and Brad for this tremendous honor. It means so much to be a part of this club. Congrats to the other Hall of Fame members tonight. It's an honor to be amongst you, and I hope that FDU was able to give you everything that it gave me. Thank you.